Hey guys, it is Alora D, and welcome to the Lauren Hour with Laura Dannon. I have my co-host here today, ladies and gentlemen.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and introduce yourselves.
My name is Dennis, coming out of Wilmington, North Carolina. I don't really got too much to add to that.
Next person.
Aaron on towards there.
Oh Lord. Okay, so listen, we're gonna have to correct this because I need you guys to get it together. You guys need to get some energy, feed some life into our audience. Okay, let's start this over. Dennis Page, please reintroduce yourself. Get it
I mean,
together.
it's hard. No, I understand. No, it's kind of hard to, do an introduction here. But no, it's Dennis. I'm from Youngstown, Ohio. Now I'm in Wilmington, North Carolina, and I'm like the controversial
Oh my
one when it
God,
comes
it's
to
Aaron
Black
here.
issues.
Oh, go ahead, Aaron. Introduce yourself.
What
Yeah,
up
we
with you?
needed
This is
to
your boy
introduce.
Aaron on towards there. I would be. I used to be a teddy bear, but I've lost so much weight, so I don't know what I am anymore. I'm sad.
Oh, you still the
All right,
thug man.
somebody else.
Go ahead, Jazz. Go ahead. Tell them about yourself, girly.
Hey y'all, Jazz. I'm from Youngstown, living in Atlanta, and I'm just ready to debate some shit. That's all.
She come ready. She come ready. All right, we got
Yeah,
Miss
facts.
Honeydew. She popped out for a minute. Go ahead, girly. Introduce yourself.
All right, so my name is Honeydew. I'm an up and coming artist. I'm originally from Niles, but I live in Youngstown, and I am ready for the smoke.
All right. Hey, we got a very special guest today. We have two very special guests with me. Let me go ahead and give him the drum roll. Go ahead. Take the flow, Cuddy.
My name Trav. I'm from Youngstown, but I live in Farrell, PA. I'm owner and operator of Executive Entertainment. We bring a lot of celebrities to the area. Um, she my cousin, so she asked me to come on here. I'm gonna debate some shit with y'all. We're gonna go back and forth or whatever. Let's get it going.
All right, let's get it cracking. Hey, we got one more person who just popped in, Miss Tardy Pants. Go ahead and introduce yourself. You're on mute.
I'm Terry. I'm her sister-in-law. I just got off work. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm tired. And I kind of forgot about this.
It's okay. It's all love. It's all love. It's all love.
Yeah, I'm here for it.
All right. So today we're about to get into it. Let's start with the hard hitting question. So, the hard hitting question today: are today's Black women no limit soldiers? I'm gonna let Mr. Page take the floor because Mr. Page always has a lot to say about us Black women. Go ahead, sir. Take the floor. Oh, you're muted.
Yeah, sorry about that. No, in regards to that, I mean, it's not that I got smoke for Black women. It's more so I got smoke for the bad things that we do that aren't really acknowledged when it comes to Black women and the way they treat Black men. I mean, if you think about it, our women, they don't respect us as the man. They're trying nowadays to be the man. I mean, they all the way to the point of nowadays, our Black women, um, they don't even want to be courted and taken out on a date. It's more of like hook up and no. I'm used to traditional women, and it seems like our women are more so. I want to say for the streets, and I'm not talking about all. I'm talking about majority. I'm not talking about all. I'm not talking about all. I'm talking about sadly a high number. I mean, almost the majority of our women are living like the Cardi B and Nicki Minaj, that fake fantasy lifestyle of trying to be with the hot boy for the most part, instead
Okay.
of going for the good guys
Okay,
who,
so let me take it. So your motto right now is take them out the club and put them back in the kitchen. That's your motto right now, right?
yep, that's it. Yep.
All right.
Uh-uh.
One of my ladies, I need you to follow up on that. Who
Who?
want to take it?
Go ahead, Honeydew, because I don't even know what the hell to say to that. Because I mean,
Oh my
Just
he's not
keep it real.
working.
Just
Well,
keep
it's
it
a
Put
real.
him
like
back
crazy.
in
At
the
all.
kitchen. What
So,
you mean? Ooh.
I'm gonna go
Ooh.
on you, Dennis.
He said,
We
"Woman, go
work.
in there and make me a sandwich. Go make him get your ass up
Can I
out the
can I
club
can I
and
say
start
this? Can I say
working."
I
this?
mean,
Let me
I
say.
make my man a sandwich. I mean, as long as you don't wake me up out my goddamn sleep,
Can I
then
make one quick? Can I make one quick point real quick? The
Go
whole
ahead.
point of what I just said. The whole point of what I just said is that my grandmother, my mom, they were happiest when they were submissive to their man. That we had a home cooked meal waiting for us. Nowadays, our women don't even want to learn how to cook. They don't own a cookbook, and that's what I mean. We're
I had
not.
to get up
We
and
used
walk
to when we were
around.
more when we
wait
were
a
more.
minute. What type of
I'm
women is
walking
you
around and
dealing
stick
with
in
that
the
don't know how
cookbook.
to cook?
They about to go on you.
What type of women is you dealing with that don't know how to
My,
cook? Like, I mean,
Well,
I remember being 4 standing on a damn chair in the kitchen with my grandma cooking. Like, that's
mm-hmm.
something that a woman at least around our age, like 20s
Should
and
be
up,
able to
hell, even in
do.
your teens and shit should know that. But
I mean, we're talking
Right.
about the new We're talking about the new generation, right? And I'm not talking about
no,
us. I'm talking about you
true.
said no limit soldiers.
Well, the new generation are some thugs. Some of those women are some thugs. They
Those
gang
ain't no
bang,
thugs. Those is
braid
fucking hood
hair,
rats.
sell
That's
crack
what
all
those
in the
is.
same house. Okay.
Hood rats.
Gutter bugs.
I got a
Yeah.
question
And
though.
that's the
Bam.
majority.
Go
But
ahead,
you know what?
Travis.
Like,
Me and my husband actually had a issue about this. So I'm the cooker in my house,
Mm-hmm.
but we both work. And how I was brought up, in the 90s, if everybody's working outside of the house, then
Mm-hmm.
everybody should hold up their own weight inside of the house.
That's
Me
true.
and my sister did chores because of course we wasn't working, but I seen my dad cook and
Mm-hmm.
I've seen my mom cook.
Okay.
And it works, you know what I'm saying? And that's
Okay.
how I want my household to go. But my husband, like, I ain't even gonna lie, he like to sit on his ass. And I be like, dude, I just got off of an 8-hour shift. Like, and then I'm about to come home and cook food. You couldn't at least thaw the damn meat out. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Right. You can at
Like,
least
so
unthaw it.
again, well, and I do all that, and I still like to, be hip, and I still like to go out and have fun and do what I want to do, as long as I'm respecting my husband and right behind his back as I do in his face. Like, I like new shit, but
Okay.
at the same time, he wants me to, stay at home and
Well, there's nothing wrong with that. But Travis
sit
had a question.
around and clean and cook.
We're gonna let Travis go ahead and ask this question real quick.
What is the definition of a black woman that's a no limit soldier? Like, is you asking like, do she sell dope? Like, what's this like? We went from dope to cooking. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like,
Well, I think.
I really
Well,
don't need my woman to do nothing for me for real, but give me companionship. I can cook, I can clean, I can do all that on my own. Like,
ooh,
you,
sound
you,
like
That's a
you
lot.
can,
Where you at?
you, you can attest to that. We was taught at a young age. Grandma taught us. You feel what I'm saying? So
mm-hmm.
I really don't need my woman to do nothing. But I mean, if you want to have my back on some shit, go ahead and have my back. But I don't need nothing but companionship and take care of these kids. I'm gonna hold everything else down.
Yeah. So when I seen this when I seen the meme on Facebook, I thought it was very funny because I said, why do men always reference us to being either too rough or masculine when we have no option but to be that way sometimes? And this is where
No,
I'm gonna move on from this question real quick, and we're gonna go to the next question. And that question is: did black men fumble the ball with black females, causing them to become so masculine?
Yes.
Let's ask that question because
Surely the
Oh,
fuck
I guess
did.
I'll
Surely.
wait to throw in my opinion until we get to the next question. Then
oh,
I'm gonna
oh,
just
Oh no,
chill
I want to
back.
hear your opinion. What
yeah,
you
go
gotta
ahead, say
say,
what you
sir?
gotta
Go
say,
ahead.
bro.
Go ahead.
Because the way that I'm watching dudes nowadays, like I see where there's dudes where you expect to date a woman who makes more money than you, and the only thing that you offer to the table is dick and a occasional date.
Mhm. That's
So
the
yes,
climate we live in.
your
Wow.
woman is going to be more masculine than you. If she make more money than you, she stay at a place that is better than you. Like how is your woman living in a gated community and you staying in the projects?
Or I
Ooh,
mean,
that is.
at your
Ooh, I
house. But I
feel like
mean,
that is
like,
insane.
I
Wait,
mean, he
hold on. Let
got.
me back that up. Let
What?
me rewind that. Let me rewind that. That was shady. You
Um,
misbehaving.
you want to know what? I ain't
Ooh.
misbehaving. If anybody don't like what I say, two tears in a bucket.
I
I love
mean,
it. I love it. Someone else, go ahead and take that question.
I mean, everything that Aaron said is yeah, because I mean, but in nowadays, it's like with certain like relationships and shit. Like I can say, for example, my last relationship, I was literally the only breadwinner, having to
Mm.
bring in the table, make the table, put the food on the table, you know,
Ooh.
everything. While this man just sat there and did nothing. I mean, granted, it was my fault. I shouldn't have allowed it
Yeah.
for as long as I did, but it's like he said you're an alpha female. Well, I mean, duh, motherfucker, because at the end of the day, I don't have
You gonna
you
do
to
it.
fall back on to make sure I'm good. So I have to make sure myself is good. And even into my marriage now, I do it. And my husband hates it because, I mean, he's from Atlanta. You know how Southern men are. They're way different compared
Yeah, they
to
are. Yeah.
everywhere else in the world. And it's like, I understand where he's coming from, but I always tell him, you have to understand where I'm coming from. I'm set in my ways of, you know, doing it. Like I can't sit at home and be a stay-at-home mom. I have to go and get my own money because I refuse to ask a motherfucker for anything. But that's just I had to be that way based on, you know, other situations and shit I was in. So that's all I gotta say on that.
I would like that. I would like to dissect that a little bit.
Go ahead.
Um, See, this is the problem with our once again black women. You guys choose the pookie. Like, why would you have?
Damn
You have to
right.
think. Why would
Lord,
you
not
had
the
you had? No,
pookie.
hold on.
Oh
Let me
Lord.
make this
I
point real
actually
quick.
agree on it with
She
him.
she chose Pookie that had nothing to
Damn did.
offer but
Yep.
dick, and you stayed with him for years. He used you, and
Yep.
then now you're making your husband, who may want you to be a stay-at-home woman or work
Right.
part-time, you
Right.
making him pay for
Right.
what that other guy did, and that's what our women do.
And you was spot the fuck on with that. Spot
And
on.
that's what that's the point I try to make, and I'm trying to save young women from doing. Don't
Right.
waste their youth on the no good guy, and then like Trav, you should, like, I don't know your circumstance, but I mean, just from us being at that club, you should literally have 20, 30 of the chicks chasing you in a line. But they go for the guys that don't buy drinks. They go for the guys
Ooh.
that, for example, in the bar, don't buy drinks, that are taking their drink that another guy's buying, instead of the guy like Trav who buy bottles all day. That's
I
what I
say it's
mean.
daddy issues. That's what I say.
Could,
And my dad
could,
wasn't around, and I swear, that's what I think it is.
It
But
might be. It
could
might.
be.
It might be. They just love toxic dick.
that too. That
Yeah.
too.
And we got
Well,
to change that.
I think like some women, they be like, "Oh, stay out my DM or whatever," but like then it said like, "But you gonna let Pookie in your DM and you gonna go out on dates with Pookie or
And
this
pay for
nigga
the
ain't
double
even got
date.
no money. You really paying for the whole date. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like the women is picking fucked up niggas too. Like, yeah, men do fumble sometimes, but the women is picking these fucked up ass niggas. Like, I don't understand these niggas. I don't understand their logic of having a good woman and then you fuck over her. Yeah, you might do what you do, but you don't fuck over something that's solid, something that's your rock.
That is true.
So let me get deep real quick. Someone said it was daddy issues. I'm gonna have to
Me.
take it back to yeah, it's daddy issues.
Yeah, it was.
We're choosing to love a person who can't give us that love that we deserve. So
Right.
then we settle. And so when we get a good man in front of us, we don't know how to receive that because we don't know what good looks like. We don't know what a whole man looks like. So when a woman has a man who is not whole comes to her, she's willing to take that man because she thinks, oh, I'm half of a woman, he's half of a man. Let's put us together and let's make a whole person. When really, sis, you already a whole person, and all you have to do is let that whole man come into your life, and you guys will elevate each other and take each other to the next level. So I would have to say yes, as daddy issues. Someone else. Go ahead.
So let me ask this question on top of that then. Well, why do women say they bad bitches then?
You know what?
Because
I
if you a
think that
bad bitch, you the whole total package. Period.
let's say this is something that us women do need to come together and bind that from our repertoire because that come from the rappers. So this
Right.
is where, and I hate to get into this because I'm getting off subject. Boy, I'm getting off subject. But let me tell you. So this comes from music. This comes from men that they hear and they see, oh, bad chick, bad this. And most black women, when the women that they're talking about that are bad, these women are the women who got the nice bodies, their breasts is super big, they behind is big, slims, all of that. So they think this is the image of a bad woman. So now I have to be like this. I have to look like this. And when you're so focused on chasing the body, you're not focused on chasing, the mental growth, then you become one of the slaves to these rappers. Bad bitch mentality.
I mean, it's
Right.
good to
And
look at,
after,
it's good to play with, but it's good to look at and play with. But at the end of the day, like I'll take a 6 over a 10 any day, because what you gonna do to help me grow my company, or
exactly.
what you doing to help me, like, or what am I doing to help you? Like, just because you got a fat behind and some big titties or whatever, however you want to say it, that don't mean shit, because at the end of the day, I ain't making money off of that. You
Right.
might make money off of that. I'm not making money off of it. So
Yeah.
no, I don't agree with women saying they alpha females. It's the man to put that put their foot down and let them know, like, I wear the pants in this relationship. I'm gonna do X, Y, Z, and you do X, Y, and Z. So you know,
So
Yep.
do anyone else want to ask, not ask, but anyone else want to hold that question?
I mean, I'll say I get where you're coming from, but one thing I will admit when it comes to our women, there are a lot of weak men who play the role as being a strong man. So it kind of
Mm-hmm.
confuses the woman to the point that, when you waste
agree.
years dealing with weak guys, you decide to just do it on your own because you're literally doing the same exact thing on your own.
I agree.
So I get that when it comes to, we got to make it more clear.
So wouldn't that play into this is also the men's fault that some of these women are in a position where they think that they're alpha because the role reversal. Some men don't know how to lead anymore. They don't know how to be the man of the house. They don't
Yeah.
understand what it is to raise a family and be there for your family and be consistent. So wouldn't that play into some of these women having to become a little bit masculine, not because they want to be, but because that's the only way they know how to make things happen for their household
They feel like
and
they.
their family.
I mean, yes,
So
I mean, culture. Okay, no, go ahead.
if it look like everybody in this room is at least late 20s, early 30s, maybe
Late
late 30s. You
20s,
know what I mean? So
late
you know,
20s.
everybody should know how to see what's going on with a man or a woman within the first month. You know
That's
what's
true.
going on. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
you know what's going on. So if you decide to stay, then you decide to stay. If you decide to go, then you decide to go. It's just that's just it in
It's
a
like we
for
know
real.
it,
I,
but when
I
it
feel like
comes to
to do with
It
your
come back to that toxic dick. They didn't put that toxic dick on you, and you like shit. I'm here. I'm here for the bullshit now. You
yeah,
feel what I'm saying?
basically. But
right.
I think that it could be all different types of reasons. It's got to do with your mental and what state of mind you in at that time.
True.
Because it's different reasons. A dude could just be finessing and acting like he got that good life and he's a good person, and then once you fall in love with that person, it's like, damn, I don't know what to do. If you have some type of insecurities to where you don't want to be alone, so you feel like you got to settle for less instead of doing more for yourself. It's a lot of different reasons why females choose these dudes. It's everybody. I don't care what nobody say. Everybody got some type of insecurity, and sometimes that plays a part in who you choose to be with.
Facts.
Hmm.
Facts.
Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and move on from that question and move on to the next question. So, alrighty. So the next question that I had was, and it's the part of the hard hitting question. I really want to know, why do black men bash black women so much?
Let me go ahead and mute for that one
Oh, wait, wait,
Um,
wait. We can't be muting.
who
because I
wants to
want
go
to hear what
first on
they
that?
gonna say. I just
All
want to
right, all
hear.
right. We let the men take.
Yeah,
Let
I'm
the
gonna
men
let them
take
take
lead on
that.
this.
I'm gonna let them
Go
take
ahead, go ahead, man.
Who wants to go first? I mean, I'm
Y'all go
open.
ahead.
that. Mr. Page,
Let
you
let
go
let
first.
let Aaron go first. Aaron, you over there? You making that? All right, come on, Aaron. Let's
I'm
get to
I'm
it.
I'm just I was just waiting to see what Dennis was gonna say because
That's what I was
right
I
now.
feel like Dennis goes, and then it's like I don't even think I want to say anything anymore.
I
But
mean,
the reason why, in my
Life
opinion,
being messy.
is that there is a whole lot of is becoming more weak dudes out here that don't like to be corrected about themselves. Like honestly, I feel like that's the reason why you can see like black males tend towards towards white women because a white woman's not going to correct you when you wrong, where a black woman will. So if you up and toward there got these egotistical situations where you like I ain't about to be corrected by no woman, then you gonna lead towards a white woman and bash on black women because a black woman is going to make sure that if you her man, then where her standards are for you, she gonna make sure that when you below it, she gonna correct you on towards it.
Mm, okay.
At least that's how it is with my wife. When I fall below a certain standard, she gonna correct me on towards it. And with other people looking at us, it's gonna look like, man, why you letting her talk to you like that? Because that's my wife and she corrected me.
But
Oh,
you
I
know
like
what? A lot of
that.
people say that to my husband about me because it's like I correct you and they're like, "Oh, you just let her talk like that," and it's like, I mean, what the fuck? Like, now if I don't say something about it being wrong, then it's like it's a lose lose situation either way
Right.
it goes. So
Mm-mm.
Mm, I want to
Fact.
hear.
I mean, if you correcting your husband and you right, he ain't got nothing but to just sit there, listen to what you gotta
exactly,
say.
exactly.
Right.
Well, you know what? Let me actually re-ask that question because I think I kind of gave it to you guys wrong. So the question actually was, why is it that black males, Lord Jesus, I'm freezing up. Why is it that black males are the only males that bash their own women? That's what I should have had asked. I'm sorry,
Oh
y'all.
no, no, what? That's not even fair. Now I didn't already
That,
gave an
yeah, that
answer. I'm
that's
not.
not
Okay,
yeah,
well, let's move
I'm not
on. Let's
answering
move
another
on. Let
question
someone else.
again.
Let someone
no,
answer
no,
this.
no, no. We need that. I need a piece of that.
Dennis,
Here's the
Dennis,
thing.
it's your turn. Go ahead and
Yeah,
make us men look bad.
okay. Here's the thing. Okay. You know what's crazy? Half of the stuff I say, once people hear it, like for themselves, they agree. Because how can't you agree? And here's the thing: I just realized that I never noticed that us as black men we do bash our women. We do, but it's only
Mhm.
because you bash what you love. And the thing is, people don't believe that I date. Yeah, you do. You're harder. Like think about it. Your football coach or your cheer coach, they're gonna give you hell, but then the
Okay,
next day you're gonna love them
that
for
makes
it.
because
So
okay, you lost me for a second, but when you put it that way,
yeah,
that makes a hell of a lot of sense.
but yeah,
Okay.
that's pretty much how we are. So here's the thing. The reason why I think black men are so hard on our women is due to the fact that we have the only group of women, black women, who really believe in that whole single, I don't need a man for nothing type of mentality. You don't hear white women, you don't hear Asian women, Indian women, even Native Africans that are here in the country. They don't allow the Western culture or our culture, black culture, to corrupt them into thinking that they don't need a man, that if we're in a restaurant, here's the thing, we're in a restaurant and somebody bumps into us, I'm more than likely going to we keep it moving if they did an accident. But we have women who would take that as disrespect if you don't say anything, speak up. It's kind of like chaotic. Like our women expect us to um, do things that other men don't have to do. And then lastly, the women who are most desirable, they don't choose us. Guys that are like normal, and I want to say normal, but are more so
Well,
working men.
right,
But
level
when it
headed.
comes to yeah, but when it comes to white and even Hispanic, their men. I mean, the men in those cultures they'll work like 12 hours doing roofing or something, and their women treat them with the utmost respect. You want a massage, whatever such. But with us, we literally have to like win a lottery and impress you to get that same type of respect. So I think that's kind of the reason why black men are somewhat bitter. And you hear me coming off that way on Facebook, due to the fact that I personally had to deal with this.
Okay. So Dennis, let me I get where you're going with that. That might be your views on it. But I would have to say I don't think that's out of love. I don't think some black men bash black women out of love. I've heard so many black men say that they rather choose women outside of their race because we're ghetto or we're too aggressive or we don't know how to play our position. But what those men don't realize is how can some women play a position when there's not a lot of black men leading? How do you expect women to fall in line when you can't get a job and keep a job, when you can't commit to one woman, when you don't want to raise your family and be a whole family? See, the problem is so many black men want to bash us because they say, oh, you too strong. But what happens when someone has their knee on your neck? Who are
Right.
going to be out there in those streets marching for you?
Right. And it's like I agree with what you're saying, but it's like also is why I agree with what Dennis was saying. Like I said, that everybody is in that single like mentality. You know what I'm saying? It's like
Mm-hmm.
it's like the city girl, like that's all people hear. City girls, this real ass bitch give a fuck about a nigga shit. You
Right.
know what I mean? So it's like that's how everybody think or feel like how they should be, but it's like
I
no,
mean,
because at the end of the day, you know, those are the ones that are still complaining about being lonely, you know?
I mean,
Right.
look at our culture. Look at our culture. Think about it. Look at our culture.
Yeah.
I know that I like Lil Wayne, Drake, Kanye's. I think the greatest. Here's the
Right.
thing, Kanye. We black people are literally trying to push him as being crazy due to the fact that white liberals don't want him passing through that Christian message. You know, positive music. I don't want to hear like you don't have to be a drug dealer. You don't have to be a basketball player. You should be able to be a regular person, love your woman,
Well,
and get respected. But instead, we have NBA YoungBoy, we have Lil Baby, we have all these
Little Dirk,
rappers who,
all them.
yeah, or celebrities
but
pushing negativity that we, our women, are going with. Our women would drop on like majority of our women, younger women. I'm
mhm,
talking about 20 to like let's say 30. They're gonna chase after the baby after all that he's been doing the past few
mhm.
weeks. But then Carlton, who just graduated college, just got a job making 80,000 a year at a brokerage. He can't get no love. He's considered lame,
But isn't
and
that
that's the issue.
isn't this like not just like from the black woman's perspective, where it's just our fault that some of these women are the way they are? Isn't it the male's fault? Shouldn't these rappers be held to a higher standard? Also, you're putting out music that these young men consume, and then these young men think this is the way that they should go. And now these young women are chasing after these boys because guess what? They're out here in these streets hustling hard and trying to get this money to look like these rappers. And then now we got the young females trying to get the bodies like the Cardi B. So maybe if rappers started dating women who look like everyday women, maybe that would change the narrative a little bit. Have you guys ever thought about that? Because I really think this is
I
a
agree.
treat.
I
So
agree.
Yeah, I agree with that somewhat.
Because it was said that, TV was meant to change the world.
Right.
So just think of how it was back in the day when everybody was always in love all the time and they was playing all that old school love music.
Travis, you take
And
notes.
now that music has changed into something more vulgar. People act more vulgar because they see on TV, they want to be like these people, but they don't understand. These people are rich. These people got money to act that way. These people get paid to do that.
That's right. Travis, go ahead, take the floor. I want to hear your view.
So I think a lot of men may be bashing women, black men too, because like you'll try to talk to a female and she'll be like, send something to my cash app or I need my hair done. You might not ask in a I need my hair done, but there's always hints. Oh, I'm about to go get my hair done. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
I personally don't like that shit. Like, let me take you out on this date. Let's see what the vibes is. Let's go from there. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and lie. I say some crazy shit to a female because why is you coming at me asking me for money and I don't even really know you like that? So that's like me asking
Right.
you for some ass. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if I feel disrespected, you're gonna ask me for some money. All right, cool. Now I'm gonna ask you for some ass. What's up?
Right.
Yeah.
That
makes sense.
That's just what it is. But yeah, the rappers is doing what they doing, and everybody getting these fake bodies and shit. That is just a trend right now. You know what I mean? Like they're going into debt for a trend. You know,
That's true. That is true.
I just put a post on Facebook the other day, and nobody even liked it or anything. I would rather be wealthy than walk around looking rich.
That
Right.
makes sense.
Right. That makes
That
mad.
does make
Come on,
sense.
I don't. You know, I wear the Gucci and shit like that, but no, I'm not wearing my shit one time. These niggas is out here like, oh, we wearing our shit one time and all this. Man, you doing that to yourself. So
Right.
I
And that
can attest to the bashing of women, but I ain't just gonna bash a woman for nothing. It gotta be something behind it.
Right.
Okay, so we're veering off topic, and I like it though because I think this is some stuff that actually needs to be addressed. Women, to my ladies out there, stop expecting men to give you money and they just learned your name. If he just learned your name, at least give him 30 days, sis, to ask for some money. But if you gonna get that money, it's gonna be something you gonna have to give up in return. We are no
That's that
longer.
gold digger
But
type.
then also as well, you can't be mad at the females that do ask for money like that. Because like what Trav said is definitely spot on. But then it's like there's some men that are so flashy, like, oh, I got this money, oh, I got this, oh, I got that. Hell yeah, I'm about to ask it because
Of
obviously
course.
it's not gonna hurt your fucking
Right?
pocket.
They flaunt it to get you, to bag you. They
Exactly.
flaunt
Yeah,
it.
right. I mean, I get that, but that comes with time. Some women they want to go after these men and just say, "Oh, I was dating this person. He got a little bit of change." But then maybe that man might be really into you, but you just wanted the money, right? You just wanted the money. What happens when he's not popular anymore? What happens when he's not
Facts.
in with the it crowd?
Right.
He is no longer a hot commodity.
Right.
Commodity. He is now expendable. So we don't want to just go after these men because they have money and they have things. We want to go with someone of value. We want
And,
to add substance to them, and then we want them to be able to feed us and nurture us too.
and
So
I can agree with that because like I've been that expendable dude before. You feel what I'm saying? Like I'd have been popping and I'll go to jail or something, and female never stick around, or I have ups and downs in the industry that I'm in, and like Dennis said, it might be 20 women on me today, but then it might be zero on me for the next 6 months. You feel what I'm saying? So I
Mhm.
can attest to what you're saying. You know what I mean? Like I can really get deep into that, but that's off topic. So
So well, let's drop some knowledge. I like to drop a little bit of knowledge and give a little bit of advice through all of this. So men, my wonderful black men, I love you guys so much. When you see red flags, back up a little bit. Because if you keep on dealing with the same women, the same types, you're going to keep on getting the same outcome. Ladies, you too, when the red flags are there and that feeling becomes familiar, that is a red flag. Run, bitch, run. Let's go. Oh, I'm sorry. I was hoping for someone else to jump on.
I mean, everybody
No,
got
no,
red flags though. Everybody got those. Like everybody got those. Like my toxic thing is like if you cuss me out, that might turn me on. You feel what I'm saying? So like everybody got red flags.
That's my
Like
husband. That's
it ain't
definitely
you can't just run at the first sign of a red flag. Like you got to really analyze that red flag. For me, I'm always be 3 steps ahead of you. So if I feel like it's some real bullshit, I'm gonna back up from you. But like to be honest with you, my little daughter's mom, my daughter is 5. We've been dealing with each other almost 6 years, and there's a whole bunch of red flags in the whole situation. But
Mhm.
my dumb ass don't leave her alone though.
Mm.
And I keep, back and forth, hurting my kids, hurting all the kids, hurting, you feel what I'm saying? Hurting the relationship even more, you feel what I'm saying? So red flags like love prevail over all that shit sometimes for real, for real. If you really fucking with that person and you loving them and y'all building something for real, like
That is true.
that shit really, like them red flags go out the door for real. Cause you'll do some
fact.
stupid ass shit because
I'm
you
actually
love
built off of what Trav said. Like once you're in love with somebody, you
Mhm.
shouldn't hold on to no goddamn red flag. Red, like honestly, I can't name anything that my wife has done to piss me off in the past 2 years. Yeah, there's been plenty of stuff, but I can't go back and rename it to her
Mm.
because I don't hold on to that.
Okay. But
And
yeah,
but that's with somebody that I'm love. I'm talking about. I know, Laura. You talking
yeah,
about when you first start messing with somebody and you got those red
yeah,
flags. Yeah,
yeah,
screw those stuff.
yeah.
Like if you can pull out your red flags within 30 days, that ain't meant to be.
When there's too many things that you start to see and they're little patterns.
When there's too
Some,
many, when there's too
oh, we gotta. So
It do be red flags.
sometimes we start
Let's be
ignoring
honest
certain
though, in
red
the beginning
flags.
it's always the honeymoon stage, so you don't even be really looking for the red flag.
Really? I must be
That
crazy because I be sitting there like that nigga counted his chicken nuggets. Oh hell no, he cut it. Man, he cut it into 4 pieces. Those are red flags to me because that's telling me that he's very particular about certain
Yeah.
things. And I am the type of person that I am not organized, and the smallest thing will drive that man crazy. There are certain details that you have to pay attention to. Some people be like, that is just no, that's just too much. But no, he's already creating the story for you. He's already telling you who he is little by little. So you have to pay attention.
Right.
That's male and female. But
Was
no,
you really dating a dude that cut his nuggets like that?
girl, I did. And then I realized I was like, girl, he is cute, he is successful, but he is not all the way there.
Because
He's not
that's
all the
how
way
he
there.
told you he was gonna cut your body in 4 pieces if you
That's what I
watched this
thought.
shit.
That's what I gathered. So it was like,
See?
okay, he likes to
See?
dismember things.
That's why we
Right. That's crazy.
exactly why we're right here.
But see, personally speaking,
Whoa, wait
I
a minute.
ignored
How do you go?
all the red flags. I was young, y'all. I was young, and I was excited about dating an older man, and
Yes,
I
you're down.
ignored every last red dead flag. I mean, there were so many. Like, but just like I said earlier, it's an insecurity. I was insecure, and
I
I
can't hear
felt
y'all.
You can't
I
hear us? Can everybody else hear us?
I
I can hear
can't.
you.
Trav, turn your phone up or mute and then unmute. Do you have AirPods on? Oh, he can't hear us. He just said that.
And
I was about to say, but you know what, guys? I'm sorry. We're gonna go ahead and move it along because we just got so sidetracked,
right.
and then he just threw me off. We got so sidetracked. Okay, can you hear us now, Travis? Travis.
I don't think
Ooh,
he
my
can.
phone on
I'm gonna
3%.
take that as a no.
Camera
I
remove
think he might be frozen.
Yeah.
He is. He is.
Yeah, he's frozen.
All
He
right.
left. He'll be back.
Yeah, he'll be back.
I don't have a block.
Okay, so moving on, we're gonna go to the trending corner with a Laura Danny. Ooh, let's move on. I'm sorry, guys. My subtitles are just going so it's everything is just so a mess.
My subtitles are just.
There's a lag. Hold on, guys. Guys, can you guys hear me?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
okay.
I can hear you.
I had a lag. So sorry about the technical difficulties. Anyways, so it is my favorite time. It is the trending corner with Alora D. So today we have the baby. The baby is trending, and we all know why he is trending. The baby decided that he was going to give a smackdown to his baby mama, Danny Lee's brother, something Bill. Don't really know his name. But, anyways, what do you guys feel on that? Should the baby get a pass or a grab? If he gets a pass, we're going to let him go on this. If he gets a grab, we're going to yank him up and say, listen, we're going to pull him a little bit closer, and tell our brother, this ain't it. Go ahead, guys. Do the baby get a pass or grab?
I'd give him a
Uh,
pass because the brother was saying it was on site and there was on site, so you should already been prepared.
Ooh.
I don't give him the pass. I would say I don't give him the pass because here's another one of those takes you might hate, but how is it that I'm telling you, it's only like us in America, like black folks. How can you beat somebody up and jump somebody like that and not fear going to jail or being sued or
Money.
anything? I mean, yes, but at the same time, I mean, you don't have anybody else doing that, and it's like me speaking out against that would be deemed negative and ignorant and whatever you want to call it. But in reality, I don't want to get jumped if for some reason somebody got an issue with me. And I get that he was talking mess, but at the same time, you still shouldn't be able to just jump somebody and get away with it. And he's probably going to get away with it.
Right.
So I think he shouldn't get the pass. It makes us look dumb because you don't see anybody else getting jumped on videos every week except for us.
Right.
And you got people defending getting, jumping somebody. So that's my take on that.
I just think it's childish to even do that. Like that's high school shit. You know, I don't think I even jumped anybody in high school. It was like you either fight on one, everybody jump in, we jumping in. I
Right.
just don't, I can't respect and I can't see no adult doing something like that
Yep, I'm with you
and
there.
actually being praised for it.
I
It's
think it's still just the hood in me
disgusting to
that
me.
agrees. My apologies. My apologies.
My
So
name is Aaron, and I don't break up one-on-ones. And so, watching a dude get jumped when he specifically said one-on-one, he
he did
beat
say
the
1-1.
baby down.
What?
So when he saw all of those people around him, he ain't had nothing to do but try to talk his way out of it.
Hey,
Well,
So
I
no,
don't think I don't.
baby does
who's
not get a
honesty
pass for that.
last name?
You said what? Travis, we're gonna come back to you because you're frozen, my brother.
He said was Honesty's last name.
No, I ain't
Well, I don't
looking
know.
for her.
So listen, let me mute his mic. Yeah, I think he forgot to mute. Anyways, so let me get back to the baby topic. I'm not going to give him a pass, and here's why. That is your baby's uncle. If you were going to go imano imano, that's what it should have been. It should not have been no jumping at all. I do not believe in jumping no more because I'm not gonna lie. My high school days, my
No
cousins was
more.
fighting. I was
No.
fighting too.
Right.
But as an adult, you grow and you elevate, and then you know better, especially with the culture. You want to represent for the culture, and that's the black culture, and you don't want us to always be viewed as dangerous and aggressive everywhere we go. Now, the
Right.
bowling alley, they released a statement and said that they're after watching the footage that they're going to ban the baby because he was the aggressor. So the thing is, the brother-in-law might have said on site because that is his sister, dog.
Right.
After that happened, the baby didn't embarrass his sister like this. This girl was probably going through postpartum depression. I
She
don't
was.
know. I'm not her doctor.
She was. She had
And
to.
Will be
and
now.
he had her on Facebook or Instagram looking all crazy. My brothers were definitely going to step up and say, "Listen, you don't do my sister like this." But now he probably calmed down. He probably calmed down. He probably thought, "Listen, this is my niece's uncle. We basically family. I don't want to beef. Let me try to squash this. Hey man, what's up?" And the baby like, "Oh, my homeboys around. This dude did say on site, so I gotta, what I'm saying, go on site."
You don't do my
So he's
sister
not gonna get passed.
like this.
Kayla,
But
You probably calm down.
let's mute her because we're gonna mute you, Kayla, until you're ready. Or Honeydew, I'm sorry, we're gonna mute you. No, that's not her. Okay, guys, so let's try to keep our background as quiet as possible because this is a live broadcast and we want to be as professional as possible. This is a new podcast. We want listeners to get engaged and join in. So let's give them the best content that we can give them and be professional as possible while being entertaining. So please, if you have to walk out the room or mute your microphones, go ahead and do that now. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and pass it to someone else who might want to address this. So are we all in agreement that he doesn't get that he gets a pass? I think I heard two people say he get a pass.
I said he got a pass, but now how everybody else explained it, okay, like I said, maybe it's just still a nigga in me, but it's like, when you say one
you
thing,
stick to your
like,
gun. Don't you change your answer because of the rest of us.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm not, but I mean, I can say that I'm in agreement to everybody else, but I mean, I say what I say, so.
Trav, what you think? He is still frozen. Okay.
Yeah, it looks like
It's okay. It is okay. So I just
It's
want
a
to
no pass for me.
isn't yep, I agree. I
Yeah,
agree.
it's definitely a no pass for me.
Now if he was not
What's going on? I can't hear you. It's like
t- let me
everything frozen.
chat him and tell him to exit out and come back, please. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, I think that is his what is today? February 12th?
It's definitely.
Yeah, I believe that's definitely his mic. Lord, I'm just having all type of technical difficulties today. This is not it, bro. I'm gonna have to blame Brandon because B Vasquez isn't here. He's my
Why
tech
ain't
guy.
he here?
So B had to go to an emo party. Yes, y'all, he abandoned us to go party with the emo people. And he didn't take none of us with him.
Oh damn! I like
Right.
parties.
I like the party in the dark room with some lights in the
Literally,
dark room.
just
Oh
I
my
feel real stupid because the first time you said that he went to an emo party, I was thinking like
God.
an emu party, and there would be like a
That's what I
little,
was thinking at
like
first.
like there'd be like a little zoo with animals and stuff. Because I could do that, but a whole bunch of depressed people trying to party just doesn't sound fun to me.
It does sound funny, yo. It just I didn't know that people over 20 still did that though, you know. I just really didn't know that. I mean, but it sounds fun. It
I
sounds
just picture
really fun.
people on towards the side with loud music and they complaining about loud music.
Where it's like loud music is playing and they
Right.
crying and shit. Like,
So there is one more topic that I do want to hit, guys. I'm sorry, I was trying to message someone. Please forgive me for my unprofessionalism because I did. Another thing I wanted to address today, Kanye West gave Candace Owen praise for supporting him. Kanye said that no one else reached out to him publicly and supported his motion that his child should not be on TikTok or any social media. Now, Candace was the first and only person so far that I know who publicly supported Kanye in trying to remove his baby girl Northwest, I believe, account from social media. Excuse me. So, what do you guys think? Are you guys in agreement with Kanye or no?
I am. Like, normally with a lot of the shit that Candace Owens say, I really just let it go one ear and out the other. But for this, I definitely I agree with her because I mean she is kind of young and it's like I mean TikTok ain't for kids.
It
Like I don't care what
isn't.
nobody say. It is not. I mean maybe when it first like surfaced, it was supposed to be for kids, but then adults came in there and swooped up some shit, and now it's just like no kid should be on there at all because it's like even me as myself being 33 years old, I be
Mhm.
scrolling and some of the shit I be seeing, you just be
It's just too
like
much.
it's mind blowing. It's literally
Hmm.
mind blowing. So I mean, I agree. I agree. I agree.
Hmm.
Right, I agree too. I mean, especially for his safety. Like,
Hmm.
this is a man who is famous, a child who has famous parents.
Right.
So
And it's not
definitely
that
for her
hard to
safety.
find, public information. They could find an address or where the girl go to school at or something. They
Hmm.
could just
Hmm.
Right,
arrange
look at the
it and snatch
background and
her
get some
ass up. And
landmarks.
yep, yep.
So, my males, how do you guys feel on this notion?
I am a advocate that Candace Owens can eat a dick, but
Whoa,
I'm just saying I've always been that way about Candace Owens,
I
everything
see.
that she said. But but with this whole entire thing with Kanye West, guess what? You don't want your daughter on TikTok? Take her phone away from her. When my son gets on towards something and I don't want him to be on it, I block him from it. I don't have to go out and put it on social media like, hey, what should I do about my kid? Because ain't nobody gonna give a crap about what I do.
Well,
So for once, nobody gave a crap about you not being a father. Like, be a father and take the goddamn phone from her.
Well, I get what you're saying, but the problem is,
I
if
took
I
my
believe
son's
if
phone.
Little
Hit you with
North
a
was
hammer
at
too.
Kanye's house, then she would not be on TikTok. But I
Okay.
do believe the problem is with the mother. I think that him and Kim definitely should come to an agreement on whether the children should be on social media because I believe Jazz and Honeydew both said is a danger to them because Cardi B made her daughter a page and there were people posting vulgar stuff under a toddler's page and it's just like how sick do you have to be? This is a baby's page. So I definitely get where Kanye is coming from. He wants to protect his children at all costs. because he did represent the Trump campaign for one period in time. So he's probably thinking about these things. And to be honest, children should not really have social medias. I don't believe children her age, but even though Kim is monitoring it, I just believe Kim just
I don't think she is.
I don't. I do think she's having someone monitor the page, because that baby girl, she be going wild. She had a video, Kim laying in bed. She didn't. I'm live, y'all. I'm live. So Kim probably has someone watching her now. It's just still just let's be respectful and mindful of the fathers of our children. Even if we're not working out, they're going through a divorce. If your husband or your ex-husband, ex-boyfriend, or just your one night stand is telling you that they have concerns about your children's safety and there's certain things that they don't agree with, let's meet them halfway. Let's be understanding, because parenting is a two-person job. Kids need both parents. Dennis, what's your view?
I mean, I agree with Kanye, but at the same time, I'm a big Kanye fan. I don't, due to the fact that, and I will say, Candace Owens, before she became more radical, she was great. So, she's pretty dope with what she's doing. But Kanye, I think he's being treated like most black men in America who have to fight for their kids. He's being
Mm-hmm.
treated in the same way, even though he's worth billions of dollars. And Kim, he doesn't want Kim to turn his child into a reality show star. And already with her being on, TikTok and the way she's acting now,
That's
I mean,
already
that's just a
doing it.
bad. Yeah, and that's the thing. Kanye, it's worth $9 billion now. He's trying to have a legacy. He's trying to have the West name mean something, and his kids is all he has to pass down anything to. So it's like with Kim. I hope that some way they come together and agree that the kids allow them to be more respectable and royal than being, because you got to think with Kardashians. I mean, they're not really, they're respected, but they're not respected. The
Yeah,
kids,
yeah.
it's like a puppy mill. They just put out kids that are like respected due to sexual reasons. They're not really smart.
Puppy
Oh,
They're not.
wow.
Bill.
That is, I wouldn't say
Ooh.
that. That's a bit messy,
He
Jenna.
said,
A
No,
bitch,
it is.
all
puppy
y'all
mill,
good for is
no.
breeding. Like,
No,
ooh.
it is. I mean, literally, it's like a puppy mill. Think about all the Kardashians. They're all like making money off of men thinking that they're sexy and attractive. Other than the one, I forgot the name, the one who has that fashion line. Is that
Kylie.
Callie?
Kylie,
Yeah,
yeah,
Callie has the fashion line. She's trying to push
And
herself
Kendall
away
too.
from that.
She's a model, so she
yeah,
do
yeah.
Yeah,
her
Kendall, I
own
love
but
thing.
Kendall.
Yeah.
they did get their bodies done. So ultimately, it's all
They're
about the
right.
sex.
Their
No,
choice.
no, so I don't think Kendall did. I know Kylie. I mean, Kylie got a
Yeah,
whole
but
fucking new
we
face and
we're
everything.
not gonna shade nobody for getting their bodies done up.
Hell
If you want
no.
to get it done up, honey, go
Because I'm
ahead and
supposed to
do
be
Not
getting
it.
mine done in May.
not
Just
get
don't
not
go
I
to Tech doing it.
I get that, but I mean, ultimately, the whole point I'm making is Kanye just wants to have a traditional black family, Christian family. He wants his kids to be respected like royalty, and Kardashians are trying to
I get that.
degrade by having the kids act out on social media. And when they're 30 years old, they're not going to be respected like royalty, like white people in the same manner
But
are
I mean,
respected, being worth billions of dollars.
they used to it. I mean, think about how young Kylie and Kendall was on Keeping Up with the Kardashians. They were like fucking children. You know what I'm saying?
And
Yeah,
So
she
it's like,
handled
and
it.
they was acting the fuck out all that time.
Right.
So it's like it's just literally them falling in the line when it's their turn to do the shit.
yep.
So
Right. But I
Yeah,
think
I honestly agree with that because I feel like if Kanye wanted a traditional Christian black family,
he should have married
Kim
a
was on
traditional.
Kim was already on toward that status before he got with her.
mm-hmm.
That's
So you
true.
already knew what you were walking into.
True,
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
true,
you're
true,
you're right about that.
That's
true.
I
true.
forgot about
That's
that. He
very
That
true.
is true.
shouldn't have
So
dated the Kardashian.
right. So let me give you guys my 2 cents. Let me give you the allure D cents. Okay. So listen, I believe, I'm not sure, but in my mind, I'm thinking Kanye is thinking of it from a cultural a cultural standpoint. He's thinking Kim is their mother, yes, but these young boys and these young girls still have to grow up and represent their black skin. No matter if their mother is whoever she is, he's trying to make sure his daughters aren't discriminated against, because no matter if their mom is Kim or not, there will be a time where those babies might have someone close the door in their face because of who they are, and they are, brown and black kids, African American children. And also, I think Kanye knows the industry very well. And maybe he doesn't want his kids to get too much exposure where you have people like Weinstein. Oh, these babies got real talent. They got talent like their moms. We want to bring them in. And maybe he does not want his children to be sexualized like their mother, you know?
Yep.
So
Right.
maybe he's trying to
I mean, if he
protect them.
didn't want that exposure, he
It's
should have
true.
kept him out the limelight completely.
Well,
There's
he
people.
did. He did. He really
Oh
did.
yeah.
He
They did.
advocated
Okay.
for that.
Yeah. It was more her than him, I guess you can say. But I
Hmm.
mean, there's even some celebrities you don't even know they goddamn kids because you never fucking see them. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So it's like
Hmm.
it should have kept it that way. That would have made it easier per se. Not saying that their lives are going to be hard, but then again, you never
Their
know.
lives might be hard because of who they
Mm-hmm.
are. People
Mm-hmm.
are going to say, "Oh, you guys had it too easy," or they might get teased because your father has mental health issues, or
Right.
he's accused of being unstable. When you just don't know, this
Or
man is
they keep like,
probably
oh, your mom got a sex tape. We seen it. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
it's like there's so
So
much
yeah,
shit
he's
that
thinking
can.
about the things that are going to affect his legacy.
Mm-hmm.
So also I wanted to touch base on the lyrics in his song. He said, "You bad kids, this is not your mama's house. Get off the couch. Go in there and cook some noodles." Along those lines. So when people said, "Oh, he taking shots at his kids," I did not take that as him taking shots at his kids. I
Mm-mm.
take that as in he's trying to tell his kids ramen noodles is the struggle food. You understand? You need to be humbled a little bit. Because when you give children too much privilege and you're just handing them everything, they don't know how to work hard for anything. And they'll grow up and they won't be able to function in society. If Kim was to lose her millions and Kanye was, well, her I guess she's a billionaire. If she was to lose her billions and Kanye was to lose his, he is concerned, can his children function in everyday society? And I
I
think
don't think they can.
they would not be able to. I believe his name is, well, I know his name, Gordon Ramsay, Chef Ramsay. Shout out. He said that when he passes, he's not leaving his children any of his fortune. His children have to pave a way for themselves. I'm gonna address this one more. I'm gonna address one more thing. I'm gonna let you guys say some final things before we close out. Arnold Schwarzenegger's son, the one that he had with the maid, the I don't know her name, and I don't know his son's name. That young man had to understand what struggle was a little bit. Arnold is so close to that young man now, and that young man is paving the way. He does not even use his father's last name because he wants to make it on his own. Now, some other celebrity kids, the first thing they're going to say, "My father is, my mother is." And because that young man didn't have Arnold there by his side every day, and he couldn't be in the limelight and be recognized as Arnold Schwarzenegger's son, he was able to understand what certain struggles was and to understand that I need to get it. I need to get out here and get it. I gotta find me every hustle that I possibly can. And if anyone else want to touch base on that, go ahead.
Uh,
So
I mean, you go ahead. No, go ahead.
huh?
Go
He
ahead.
said, "Go ahead, Jazz."
Oh no, I was just gonna say, when you said the thing about Chef Ramsay, it kind of made me think of, I don't know if you guys ever saw the movie Mommy Dearest.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
When at the end, when she passed away, she left her kids nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they was already struggling because, y'all know how it went. But I mean, me personally, if I had fortune and if I pass away, I would leave it to my son. But you can also leave it to where there's rules to it. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
Like it would be an allowance. You would still have to,
A
live on
stipend.
your own, work, do what you got to do, make your own way. But it would be an allowance. I wouldn't just give it all a lump sum. I would write in my will that it would be an allowance. See, that's how I
Uh,
have like my stuff set up now. So it's like, I mean, I have it set where it will like go to my husband if God forbid anything happened to me, but Ivy wouldn't be able to touch anything until she gets to a certain age,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
where
Mm-hmm.
it's like, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's 21. So like, you're like of age and can handle something of that nature, like, but before then it's like nothing can be touched on it. But That's how I
Right.
want it to be, because I don't want it to be where you have a big amount of money, you just feel like you can just, spend and splurge. No, like, no, you still gotta, if you in school, still keep doing your schooling, working,
Mhm.
doing whatever, and that'll
Mhm.
just be like I guess you could say like an extra, like
Yeah,
when it comes to that time, if
I
it ever
agree
comes.
with that. I agree with that.
So is
Right.
it
Well,
like a will with allowance?
You
well,
said, is it?
Is it like a will with a like certain stipulations to like?
so it's like
Like
how
if it
you
can be
have it's an
dispersed
estate
Yeah.
basically.
monthly.
An estate basically. So when someone has an estate, they have an executor of the estate. So that person will basically follow the rules that the mother, father, or whoever left the money or property to that said person, and they will allocate a certain amount of funds to give them monthly or weekly, so that they can. It's a stipend basically,
Yep.
so that they can live off of and take care of themselves. Certain people set this up because they know their children or they know their nieces and they know their nephews. And if you give someone too much money and they're not mentally prepared for
Ready
that,
for it.
they will take that and hang themselves. But I just want to go ahead and wrap this segment up. I want to thank you guys for coming and joining me. I want to shout out my cousin Travis. I want to shout out my sister Terry for joining. Jazz, you know you A1. Honeydew girl, you know I love you. I
Hey, I love
appreciate
you
it. I
too.
appreciate you jumping on. And let me shout out my brother man,
Yes,
Mr.
ma'am.
Eli Gray.
Yes, ma'am.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing good.
Shout, representing the Zooted over here.
Yeah, I'm
Representing.
sorry, you guys. I got in here
You
late.
know
I
what?
was
I
trying to
thought
figure
that
it
was
out.
Trav. Girl, I'm like, he like, is he here? I'm like, no, I don't see you. Sorry, my bad.
Oh yeah, he came in like a silent ninja.
Literally.
But this is the Lauren Hour. Thank you guys for joining. And hey, check back anytime and we will get deep. All right.